Hello folks, Jimmy the Woodsman here again with another veggie tale, as you might say, on my gardening. Like I said, when I'm out hiking and biking in the parks and such like that, I'm doing gardening work, and actually all of my garden is organic. I don't use any pesticides and herbicides and all that jazz. But today I'm going to focus on another thing most people love to eat. That is tomatoes. You like it in your salads, you like it in your spaghetti sauce, your chili, or whatever calls for tomatoes, even salsa. But anyways, what does a tomato plant look like? Well, I'm happy to grow a few myself this year. Here's a picture of them. This is a tomato plant. Unfortunately, there's a few weeds that kind of bumped in here, but this is a tomato plant. And there are various varieties of tomato plants. You can get some that have yellow tomatoes for low acid. If you have problems with acid, you get tomato plants that are real huge. Actually, the tomato's real huge, and for your for your burger or whatever, you know. And there's other ones that are great for making juices, and there's other ones that are great for making tomato paste. I mean, you can use tomatoes in lots of dishes and such. But anyways, typically a tomato plant, usually plant them usually right about, depending on what part of the country you live in. Here in Ohio, it's usually planted about kind of Mayish, sometime in May, maybe a little bit earlier than that, but the weather around here is so volatile, it's wise to wait till after the first frost, because a frost will kill a tomato plant in a heartbeat. Take it from me, I've lost many tomato plants, and that freak frost popped up and boom, they're gone. Normally, a tomato plant will grow roughly, 2 to 3 feet tall, and they'll really bush out. And if you have 2, 3 plants, that'd be more than plenty for a couple of people. I usually plant, about 6, because I like sharing my tomatoes, and I sell some of them and all that jazz. But plus, I like making tomato paste and tomato sauce too. So I always plant a whole bunch of these bad boys. And they usually form little flowers. And when they're done flowering, they have to turn to a little baby tomato. I'll show you one, if I can find it real quick. Well, here's one right here, a little baby tomato. Oh, if I can get her right up here. All right. Well, I'll try to go up this way. Little baby tomato plant. And this one's happening to have a flower too. That's what they look like, a little yellow flower. And usually they'll have a whole slew of flowers. Let's see if I can find some more tomatoes. They grow pretty thick and hard to find, so I'm going to see if I can find some more tomatoes here. And I don't know if you can see this or not. There's some more tomatoes. Right now they're just starting out. A couple of baby ones right there. Now if I look further down, there's a couple down here towards the bottom. Some are really big, some not so big. I don't know if we can pick that up for all the shade. But anyways, tomatoes, normally you start picking them, depending on what variety you have, right about as early as late July into August. And you can usually pick them right into September, sometimes even later than that, once again, depending on the variety. And they're very healthy for you, just like everything else. Nature provides the best things for us to eat, and they're healthy. And they just grow like mad. Let's see here. Oh, here's some more tomato plants, and maybe some more little baby tomatoes. I don't know if you can see it or not. Try my best. Sometimes it's kind of hard to spot these little suckers. Maybe a little different angle here. And then in the fall, basically, the plant just pretty much dies down. It's kind of hard to pull out of the ground because it's heavily rooted plant. But I have farm animals here, so I'll yank them out of the ground and give them to them. They'll eat them pretty much most of the time. But tomatoes, once again, is a crop in the spring. As long as you maintain them and keep the weeds down and water them, especially the first week or so, because they require water to develop their roots because they're really small. And you can usually buy them at nurseries if you don't want to grow them by seed. But if you happen to want to grow them by seed, depending on what part of the country you're in, here in Ohio, I start growing them right about late February, early March, either on a windowsill in the house, and if you happen to have a greenhouse, that's even better yet, because you can grow a whole bunch of them in there. And usually, when I start them at by seed, they're usually ready to plant right about May here in Ohio. But anyways, I hope you find this very helpful on how to grow tomatoes. And like I said, they're not very hard to grow. Just at the very beginning, you got to get them going just right. And after that, they take off, as long as you keep those weeds down too. Well, anyways, go to my website, ahealthypeople.com. Any for other healthy information you may need, and articles and products, by the way. And you all have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.